The Challenge, Part 1, May 28th, 2022. It was around 10:30 p.m. Eastern when Daria ventured out of her house while her family was asleep in order to go to the biggest bar and club in the Bronx. On her way there, it started raining, which made the sky darker, which since this is all happening at night. When Daria sat at a bus stop in order to go to the bar, she met the Mickey Mouse clone who was in that cartoon where he walks down a looping street. She heard of the creepypasta but didn't think much of it. She sat down and they started to chat. "Hi," he said. "Hey," she said back. Daria noticed that the Mickey Mouse clone had a Fit for Riles hoodie on, implying that he's emo. Or likes emo. Oh, a bus then came and took them to the bar. On their way to the bar, around halfway, the Mickey clone introduced himself. "Hey, my name might be a little controversial, um, my name is, it's Suicide Mouse, but I thought that might be a little controversial, so you can call me Drake. But I guess if you call me my original name, I guess you can." "Daria." "Huh?" "My name is Daria," Daria said. When they got to the bar, Daria introduced him to everyone at the bar, including Jane, Trent, Jody, and Mac. Beavis and Butthead were also there, but were sitting at another table. They used a costume in order to get alcohol from the bar. After they drank, the group then decided to go dancing in the club. At around 2 in the morning, they headed out of the bar, just when it was about to close. Since it was raining so hard, Jane Ling even got a notification on her phone that New York City was under a severe thunderstorm watch till 3 a.m. They got on a bus that was heading to an unknown location. The bus was black, had tinted windows, and the only colored part was on the front that had the infinity symbol on it. Not thinking much of it as they were drunk, they got on the bus, as which Daria's group as well as Beavis and Butthead were joined by SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, Sam, Max, Mickey, Oswald, and Hortensia. They went onto the bus and then started heading to a location. Trent then looked up from his phone and looked at the bus destination sign. It said Infinity.
Jane?
Said Trent.
"Yeah, Trent?"
Jane said.
You know about New York City, right?
"Yeah, we were born here."
What's infinity? Okay, now it says the blue channel. What's the blue channel?
"I don't know. Daria, do you know what the blue channel is?"
No. Beavis, Butthead, what's the blue channel? How the hell are we supposed to know? Said Butthead.
Yeah, what the hell is the blue channel? I'm listening to this.
Said Beavis as he put in his MP3 player. And then suddenly the bus started flying. It was heading through the sky. It even went past the roof of the Empire State Building. Everyone realized and screamed. Trenton even grabbed a fire extinguisher and tried to bust one of the windows open, but it was no use, as he threw the fire extinguisher at the window and it bounced off, hitting somebody else on the bus. And then lightning struck the bus as it went through a portal. They woke up in a metal room. Daria and Jane woke up first, as the others did slowly after. The intercom was in the room, and it said, "Contestants listing. Daria, Jane Lane, Trent Lane, Beavis and Butthead, Jody, Mac, Suicide Mouse, Mickey, Oswald, Hortensia, SpongeBob, Sam, Max, Patrick, Squidward, Boots, and Dora. Welcome to the Blue Channel Hospital Games, aka the Challenge." Here's how the game works. If you win, you live and get to go back to your world. But if you lose, you die, the voice said. The intercom then turned off afterwards. As the door opened, Beavis said,
This sucks.
as they walked out into the first game. The first game was Statues. The game took place in an ICU area at a hospital. The intercom then said, Welcome to Statues. When the game rules are simple. Move only when the lights turn off. However, when the lights turn on, you can look, but you have to stand still. If you move, one of the sentry guns positioned near your location will kill you by shooting you in the head. However, there's going to be obstacles in your way, so be careful. When the lights turned off, everyone, including Daria, then tried to run through the ICU area. Daria and Jane ended up bumping into a few hospital beds and chairs. SpongeBob and Patrick did the same.
Oh, what the frick did I just run into?
Said Patrick.
I think it was a hospital bed.
Oh, wheelchair? Who put that there? When the lights turned on, everyone men stopped in their tracks. Max accidentally tripped, and the gun noticed it. He said,
Oh, Sam.
Uh-oh, little buddy. I think you're about to die.
Sam, please protect me.
Uh-oh. Max then died via a gunshot to the head. Sam said, No, my little buddy's dead. Why, cruel world, why? When the lights turned off again, they all tried to run towards the exit. And suddenly, the lights came back on again. But this time, Boots accidentally moved. Boots then died, as he said,
No, Dora, remember me. No, Boots! You killed Boots! How could you? Oh, the humanity!
When the rest of them made it to the end of Statues, the intercom said, Congratulations. Everyone but 2 contestants made it through the game Statues. Next is Don't Fall in the Ink. The rules are simple. You have to swing across on this rope, across the vat of ink. Be sure not to fall in, though. Otherwise, you have a 50-50 chance of A. Falling into the ink, surviving, but coming out with a whole new look, or B. Getting melted as the ink turns corrosive. The game, they notice that the game takes place in, looks like in a hospital lobby. They were near the roof, and the vat of ink was on the floor. It was a 240-foot drop. Good luck, the intercom said as it hung up. Everyone swung across safely, except for Jane Lane and Oswald. Jane Lane swung across with Trent safely, but Oswald wasn't so lucky. The rope then snapped as he said that. Mickey failed to save him as he forgot to grab his hand. Oswald then fell into the vat of ink. But when he fell into the ink then swirled around him like a whirlpool, and then it bubbled and boiled, and even some of it fell out over the vat and into the floor. And then the waves of the ink subsided. Everyone waited in anticipation for Oswald to get out. As they waited, the platform they were on lowered as if it were an elevator. They then went to the floor in order to check on Oswald. Oswald then came out of the ink. He survived. However, he had no balance for the first 10 seconds. But after he dried off and all the ink went away, he wasn't his original look anymore. He instead looked like Boris from Bendy and the Ink Machine. Gloves, overalls, all Pac-Man eyes, and black spots on his cheeks to boot. When he went to one of the nearby restrooms and looked in the mirror, he gasped. Mickey went in and said,
Oswald, that was a pretty long fall. You okay?
As Mickey asked that, Oswald was in his fetal position, rocking back and forth in disbelief at what he was seeing. When Mickey asked his question, Oswald then turned around in an angry look and said,
Does it look like I'm okay?
Mickey said,
What's wrong? That.
Mickey said,
It's terrible.
Oswald, what happened?
You saw what happened. Mickey failed to save me.
You look cute, though.
What do you mean?
Come on, Oswald, don't be so sad. It's a good look for you.
No, I don't. I look hideous.
Here, can you get out of the restroom, please, Mickey?
Hortensia said.
Okay, fine. Now give me a good smile.
Oswald then smiled for the picture rather hesitantly as Hortensia took 2 pictures on her phone. But sadly, after he did that, Oswald then melted into a puddle of ink, killing him.
No,
Said Hortensia.
my beautiful honey bunny has been killed by the ink. Oh, why, cruel world?
Mickey then saw what happened and also started to sob. When they came out of the restroom, everyone was waiting. They then went on to the next game. To be continued.